What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing you guys a brand new video. We're going to be doing a 10-minute haircut tutorial, so stay tuned. My client does have long hair, so we're starting off by pinning up all the hair to his scalp. Now that we're done pinning up the hair, we can move on to our FadeitFX and create our first guideline. We're making our guideline a little bit of a curve, just so it could contour to his head shape. Now that we're done balding him out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. Now we're going to move on to the 1.5 guard all the way open and deep both the sides. Moving on back to our initial guideline, we're going to lose the lever midway and all the way closed to help you erase that initial guideline. Since we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to the 1 guard all the way open and create our third guideline. With this same guard, you're going to soften up the line with the lever midway and all the way closed, getting it ready for the half guard. Now that the line is soft enough, we can move on to our half guard and erase the line completely. Now I'm heading back to my no guard all the way open and I'm detailing using my corners. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated, man. Thank you. I'm noticing a lot more comments, and I'm trying to I am replying to all of them. So if you leave a comment, I will reply to it. Switching over to our FadeitFX, we're gonna go ahead and line up the ear line. I love using the FadeitFX trimmers to line people up. I feel like they're the best trimmers in the game right now. I am going to do a review on all the trimmers because I do have literally all the trimmers up to cordless and corded. That will be coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But moving on to the hairline, I usually start off in the middle. I feel like that's the best way. I feel like if you start off at one side and then try to match it to the other side, it's going to be harder for you. So starting off in the middle is probably the best option. Now we're moving on to the C cup. I usually start off at the bottom and work my way to the top arch. I feel like that's the best way also. It stops you from pushing the C cup too high, because I feel like if you start off at the top arch, you could raise it too high and make the curve like at a weird arch. So yeah, be very careful here. I always use shave stick before I use my foil shaver, just so my client doesn't bump up. Now we're using the foil shaver to remove all the stubble. Now we're gonna start detailing the taper with our lower guards, our no guard all the way open, and our half guard. Moving on to his left side, we're gonna continue with our goat FX and make him as crispy as possible. Look at that Krispy Kreme donut, man. That shit is nice. Yes, sir. What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing you guys a brand new video. We're going to be doing a 10-minute haircut tutorial, so stay tuned. We started off by saturating the hair and combing everything in place. Now that we're done laying down his hair, we switched over to our T-outliners and then we made our first guideline. You always want to make sure you contour this guideline to their head shape so the fade can flow better. Also, make sure you use your opposite hands to stretch the skin when needed. Now we can move on to our foil shavers and remove the stubble. Make sure to flick out about 1 centimeter away the first guideline. Now that we're done balding them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make sure you make this guideline around 1 inch so you have enough room to spread the blend. Now that we're done setting in that guideline, we can close the lever and begin to fade. Every centimeter, you want to make sure you open up the lever. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to the one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. Remember to use the lever to soften up this line and get it ready for the half guard. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Now that we're done softening up the line with the one guard, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. Moving on to the two guard all the way open, we're creating our fourth guideline and we're making sure we feed the hair into the clipper with the comb. Remember to use the lever to soften up the line and get it ready for the 1.5 guard. Now that the line is soft enough, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. When using the 1.5 guard, there's still a faint line, so switching over to your one guard all the way open and using its corners will help you erase that faint line. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our clipper over comb method and begin to debulk and create our silhouette. Remember to keep the hair slightly damp so you can feed the hair into the clipper a lot easier. Also, when the cutting blade is horizontal, I'm debulking, and when the cutting blade is vertical, I'm blending. Moving on to the C-cup area, we're grabbing our Canvas T outliners and we're starting off at the bottom and working our way to the top arch. You also want to make sure you go very slow here so the hair can feed into the trimmer. Sometimes there's still a faint line after using the half guard, so switching over to your no guard all the way open and using the raking technique will help. If you're unfamiliar with the raking technique, that's when you tilt your clipper at a 75 to 90 degree angle and you use the length of the teeth of the clipper to blend. Moving on to the top, we're going to start off by making our first guideline through the middle, bringing it all the way back and connecting it to the sides. Always make sure the hair is nice and damp so you can get the true length of his hair follicles. This area near the parietal ridge is very important because if you don't cut this area correctly, it will poke out and the client will see. Moving on to his front line, we're going to go ahead and separate the top from the bottom and debulk with the one guard all the way open. Now that we're done debulking his hairline, we can move on to our entity outliners and start off in the middle and work our way to the sides. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Thank you.